Mercedes EQS or Tesla Model S, which one is the better car? There are a lot of discussions going on in social media as well as in public. Which of the two cars is the best electric car ever built? Tesla is the first company building a mass-produced big electric car. There have been more small electric cars in the world before, but Tesla was the first one building a full-size electric car. And Mercedes, well, they build cars since 1886. And, well, they have some experience, you know. I own Teslas since 2013, 3 Model S, a 85 in 2013, a P85D in 2015, and a 100D in 2017. And we still have, I sold that, and I still have a Model 3 long range and a Model Y long range. And before those Teslas, we had a Mercedes CLS 350 CGI with air suspension, dynamic seatings, with air cushions blowing up if you're turning fast. So very, very good car. And why had I bought an EQS instead of another Model S long range? One reason is obvious. I ordered the Model S long range on January 3rd, 2021, so 1.5 years ago, and it never arrived Europe, never arrived here. And Tesla did not sell Model S and Model Y close to 2 years now here in Europe. Why? I have no idea. And why did I sell my 100D in last August 21? Well, because the old pre-Raven built Model S had an air suspension which wasn't really up to date, and the charging curve against a Model 3 was not so good. So I most often took the Model 3 on long range trips, but it wasn't that comfortable. So there had to be a better car for me to bridge the gap until the new Model S long range is on the market. Well, will I buy the Model S long range when it finally arrives here in Europe? Well, we'll see shortly. If I'm rating all the single features of the car and then building an average. And in the end, you will see where my personal rating, so it's my feeling. It's not objective. No, not at all. Not at all. There is a problem because the Model S, which I fictively compare to the EQS, I haven't driven so far. I say this will be the Model 2022 with the air suspension of the Raven, with the motors of the Raven, with the battery pack with a better charging curve, which is available on the net. And it will be in the interior featured like the Model Y, close to. There will be bigger screens, of course, and screens in the back. That doesn't matter for me because I'm not sitting there and there's a life after children. Yeah. And the Mercedes EQS I have only driven for 4,000 kilometers, so 3,000 miles or 2,800 miles something. So the comparison lacks a little bit, but I will give you some hints where I see positives and negatives. The following table is divided into several paragraphs, several ratings, where I put ratings together. The car itself, outside, inside, comfort, but also the navigation system, computers, and in the end, the features of the electric car itself, so battery, charging, and so on. And for all of them, I give then weighted results. And you see weighted school grades. So I'm rating the properties of the specific car from A to F. Well, there's no F, as in reality, there's no F. So A equals a 1, B equals a 2, and so on. And with these figures, I'm building averages behind the Excel sheet so that I can give you an average between those figures. And there are E's, yeah, and that means fail, really fail. So there are properties in the car which aren't good at all. So let's start with a table, and we begin with the outside, and in the first column you see the values for the EQS, or the rating for the EQS 450 plus, the car I have, rear-wheel drive, big battery, some extra. And the second column is Model S, long range, fictive, model 2022. And in the third column there's the rating, or the weight I give this specific feature. So let's start with the outside. Outside quality at Mercedes is a clear A. It's an A star. So all gaps are wonderful. The painting is wonderful. There's nothing which won't fit to the curves of the car. Excellent. Tesla is better than most people tell. I never had a Tesla with a bad fitting or bad painting or big gaps or different gaps. So they are really better than people talk about them. And Mercedes is better, a little bit, but it's better. And so Tesla just has a B, but it doesn't care a lot for me. I'm giving only a weight of 2. So it's 1 to 5, see it as a star, 1 star up to 5 star. So it's just a 2. Outside design, Mercedes has a C. Why? Because there's those fake appliances for the air inlets in the front and the tailpipe fakes in the back. Yeah, it's not that good, but the overall design, this one bow design, that's excellent. If I would have got the normal EQS, not with the AMG outside design, then I would have given a B. So all those chrome rims, yeah, no. So the Tesla is just what engineers like to see. Very good function of all parts of the car. So their form follows function, and it's very clean. So this is a clear A for me, but that doesn't matter a lot as well. So just a weight of 2. Inside quality of Mercedes, a clear A. They know how to build luxury cars. Tesla isn't that good. They are better than people tell, but there are still some parts which do not fit that exactly as you would like to have them, but it's a good car. It's expensive, it had to be good. And I give it the inside quality a 4-star rating. Yeah, that's important. On the outside, I do not look. Yeah, I've seen the inside every time I drive. So this is important, not the outside. The inside design by Mercedes is a C, because you have round air inlets on close to the windows. You have rectangular inlets above the multimedia screen. One is chromium, one is black. That does not fit. You have a screen sitting up on the dashboard, which looks a little bit weird. Well, Tesla switched to that as well. It's not included, so I do not have the hyperscreen. Then the inside design would probably get in B. So Tesla is a clear A. It's clean. That's what I like. But the weight is not that big, the design, because function is what matters. So it's only a weight of 3. Comfort, front seats is an A, a clear A at Mercedes. Well, they have this massage function, and you can change everything in it. And yeah, the heating and cooling of the seat, the adjustable headrests, very, very good. Tesla is a little bit worse, not worse at all. It's still very good, but not that excellent. That's a 5-star rating or weighting for me, because it's very, very important for long-range travel. Back seats, Mercedes, a clear A. Lots of space and wonderful. You can change the angle of the seat. So wonderful. And Tesla, it's a D. It's close to an E, because if you're taller than 1 meter and 40 centimeters, which is 3 foot and 4 inches. So after that, if you're taller than that, it's no good on the back seats. This is not that important for me because nobody sits in the second row, so it's just a 3. Steering wheel at Mercedes is a C. It's not really good. There are better steering wheels in the A-class I lately had in southern Spain and Sevilla. It was much, much better than this one because there are these touch-sensitive controls on the steering wheel which do not work very well. So you have to adjust the speed by 1 kilometer per hour or 1 mile per hour. I have to move several times over that area just to get a response. On the loudspeaker side, on the volume, it's better, but why doesn't work it there? And to navigate through the instrument cluster menus, it's horrible. It's not intuitive, and hitting the right region of the knobs, very, very difficult. So, and Tesla gets a D. So this joke is incredible, really incredible. Think about a roundabout. Well, you do not have that in the US, but in Great Britain and in Europe, all around turnarounds. And how do you want to activate and deactivate the flasher if the joke stands upside down? Yeah, that's a no-go. They have to have a classic steering wheel here for Central Europe. This is, in my terms view, important, not extremely important, but important, so a weight of 4. Then all your places where you can store your luggage and small things, it's a B. There are some flaws at Mercedes. There's a simple strap below the multimedia screen where you can fix something. You can't have a big bottle in the side door, and so there are some flaws, but it's quite good. It's a B. And Tesla got better. They are not that good in the center as Mercedes, but they are better in the doors where the big bottle fits 1 liter, not a gallon or half a gallon. No, just 1 liter, 2 pints. So this is not that important, a 3. The phone charger and the USB, well, there's only a B for Mercedes, but an A for Tesla, because at the Tesla, you're able to charge your phones close to each other in the front, 2 phones for you and your passenger. And at Mercedes, you just have 1. And that is stuck in the middle console. You have to put it in and figure it out. And yeah, so that's not good at all. There's a second one, inductive charger, in the middle of the back seat, in the armrest. But if you folded it up, then you won't reach it from the front. So that's not well done. But the USB chargers, there are 6 in the Mercedes, and they are going up to 2 amps. So this is better than with the Tesla. So both receive, or Mercedes receives a B because the phone charging, inductive phone charging, is very, very important for me. And Tesla gets an A because the USB charging is not that necessary. Air conditioning and heating, a clear A for Mercedes, front, back, and different levels, left and right. Tesla became better with the Model 3 and Model Y, and the new Model S will be better, completely better. But the old Model S, they were, sorry to say, crap. After 1 hour of drive, the air cooled down in winter. Why? I think the sensors were fixed on parts which became warm. And then the sensors read out a different temperature and then cools down. You have to switch to manual, heat it up by hand. So no really automatic function in the heating. The noise level inside, well, it's an A at Mercedes, even having not the double glass windows which are available. But Tesla just got a C. Why? Because at higher speeds, which we still drive in Europe, you hear the air, the fluid-induced vibrations at the mirror, at the front mirror. You hear that. And this hissing, humming. This is disturbing, and Mercedes is much better at higher speeds, say 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers per hour. Their Mercedes is really quiet, and Tesla is growing noisy. Yeah, so there's just a C for Tesla, and this is important. So this is at a weight of 4. The chassis, the comfort, Mercedes, a clear A, better than Tesla with a B, with a Raven air suspension made by themselves. This is very, very important for me. Weight of 5. Handling of the car, Mercedes is a B. Well, that's this rear axle steering I had in one of the videos before. This gives it a very comfortable drive and maneuvering capabilities, but it's a heavy, big whale, and therefore it never can have an A. Tesla has a C because the turning radius is so bad. It's 2 feet wider than Mercedes, 12.5 meters instead of 11.9. It's a big car and it's complicated to turn, so handling not that good. Autobahn is a clear A for Mercedes and a B for Tesla. This is very important for me. It's a 5. And winter drive is a C. Why a C? Well, why I only have the 450 Plus with a rear-wheel drive. I could have ordered a 580. Yeah, the money who cares? No, for more money. But then I would have lost range. So what I've added here in winter for an A or a B for winter possibilities that I would have left behind in electric car properties. So this is also important for the motor acceleration. Mercedes is a B, 6 seconds, just enough, and Tesla clear A, 3 point something, very good. This is only a weight of 3 because, well, 6 seconds to 100 or 60 miles per hour, 100 kilometers per hour is really enough. Nobody needs more on a daily use. If you start with a 3-point acceleration at traffic lights, the police will pull you over. For right, yeah. Top speed, Mercedes just a B, it's just 210 kilometers per hour, and Tesla has 250, which is 156 miles per hour, so Tesla is better. And this is important for me. I very often drive above 120 or 130. So this is important for me, so it's 4. Recuperation, Mercedes is much more better than Tesla. Tesla has just the 70s, 80 kilowatts for recuperation, and Mercedes has more. It said they have 200, and I just feel it on autobahns where I do not have to use the brakes. So one pedal driving on the autobahn gives a deceleration at higher speeds, around 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers per hour, which is sufficient. And with the Tesla, you have to brake. So there's no chance for that. And this is important for me. It's a 4. The light from Mercedes is a clear A. I still owe you the video of the digital light, front light, headlights. They are so extremely good. You can't imagine a better one. So this is A star. I don't give a star here. It's A star. And the light at Tesla is a C. They switched over to these beams inside, but they do not act with the beams. I think it's not legal in the US, and they do not activate it for Europe. So the light is good, but not better than good. So this is important for me, a 5. Space in the trunk, Mercedes has a B, and the Model S has an A, because there's not only the trunk, but as well the frunk. And having only the rear wheel drive, only the motor in the back, there's no space for me in the front. There's no frunk. So they left everything open or closed there. There's no switch to open the front, the hood, but I know how to open it, so I will give you a view below the hood in an upcoming video. It's important for me, the frunk a 4, but I'm not traveling with family, so not a 5. Passenger in the front, both have a clear A, and this has a weight of 5. and the passenger in the back. Mercedes has a B and Tesla is a fail. It's an E. As I said, if you're taller than 1.40 meters, you can't sit there. It's too clumsy, everything. No, won't work. Mercedes just got a B because with a foot above the battery, you do not have a full contact with your seating, on the seating with your body, and it's not that comfortable as it is in an S-Class with a combustion engine where the floor is just 0.75 millimeters sheet metal. Yeah, Porsche. I should tell you Porsche. The E is pronounced in the back. This is the name of the Austrian engineer who built the Volkswagen Beetle and founded the company of Porsche. So the Porsche Taycan has a gap in the battery pack for the back passengers with their feet, and they have to have that extremely because the roof is narrowing in the back for better airflow. So you have to have that. And if Mercedes opted for that in the back, then the battery pack would have been smaller. So I do not care about that. I'm not sitting in the back. Then we have the displays. The instrument cluster at Mercedes is a clear A. A lot of possibilities you can switch to. And Tesla is just a B because you do not have the chance to change the appearance, to switch over to analog dials, which I do not like. I have others. I like the digital ones, but you can't switch the appearance of the single displays. It's quite important for me. It's a 4. Multimedia, it's just a C at Mercedes. Wow, this is so uncomfortable. So you don't find anything. There are 3 ways to enter the menus, and you pop up at different places and you don't find what you're looking for because there's no clear structure in it. It's just put together. We'll come to that later on. And multimedia at Tesla is a clear A. And this is very important for me. It's a 5. Outside cameras, Mercedes is an A because it has a front camera in the grille and they use it. So you can have a bird's view on your car if you're maneuvering. Extremely important. And Tesla just has a C because they do not care. Why? Well, they have summoning, they have automatic parking, which functions really, really well. And they will have full self-driving with parking in the future. But they are not well designed for these small and narrow European roads. You need that camera in the front. If you do not have it, you're slow and it's complicated, very carefully. So the camera in the front is a big A, and Tesla just has a C. Having 3 cameras in the front for navigation, for auto steering, but no camera for the people. Yeah, it's a 4. Navigation at Mercedes, it's a mess. It's a complete mess. They do not find charging stations. They give you detours which aren't necessary. So whatever you're looking for, you do not find. There's the point of interest search is bad. You can't find the Ionity charging stations 500 kilometers away. No chance to select those. So it's just a navigation. They popped it up with a nice view with floating water on the sea, where we reside with whiskey.com, where fine spirits meet, big portal for the whiskey connoisseur in the internet. So we're at Lake Starnberg. You see the floating water, looks nice, but no information in it. Then charging stations, it's a D on the displays because you find it. You find them. You find some charging stations, and therefore you won't be lost without charge, but you won't find the ones you intend to. Then the charging stations are shown, but they are behind a fence of a company. You can't enter. And you think they are available. No, they aren't. But you find petrol stations. Yeah. Probably for the people who want to have a smoke. Yeah, no, I never did that in my life. Tesla went down from a clear A in the past now to a C. Why? Because they increased the price at their charging network, and the other chargers you do not find very good in the navigation system. So you have to switch to an app, which you have to do with the Mercedes as well. So they're just a C, and this is very important for me. It's a 5. And well, then there are the assistance systems, where I separate between the longitudinal, speed adjustment, distance, and the traversal for lane switching, lane keeping. So longitudinal Mercedes has a clear A, a wonderful piece of work. They have that in the S-Class for years. So this works. And Tesla sometimes have these phantom brakes, which I still have 1 in 1,000 kilometers. Yeah, 1 in 600 miles. Yeah, you have it. So it's very important for me. It's a 5. But without those, Tesla would have had a clear A. The left-right lane keeping and lane change is a complete fail at Mercedes. So 1 out of 10 works if you're acting the flasher, and then the car won't move. So then it moves, probably, and after 2 or 3 fails, it will ever fail. So it's sad. You have to put in reset and start again, and then will react again? No, won't. So this is a clear fail, and Tesla works well. Switch, moves over. Sometimes not fast enough. It's a little bit, if you're quite fast, to 150 kilometers, 92 miles per hour, then it's not that well done. Yeah, and they do not have a different profile if it's wet or not. So switching lanes, if it's wet in a Tesla, yeah, not that good. And at Mercedes, when it's wet, never, won't work. So sign detection, very important. It's a D at Mercedes. There is some sign detection, but not changing speed limits, and it will accelerate in speed limits over the limit. And if you're slowing down for a town and then you leave the small town, then it accelerates to maximum allowed speed, up to 60 immediately. And passengers say, "Well, you're accelerating." No, that's a car. So it does not remember with which temperature, with which speed you entered the town. No. So incredible. So this is not well done. And a Tesla, it's an E, fail. They do not have it here in Europe. They're working with the Google navigation, and that's all. There's a flaw at an autobahn here from the place where we live to Munich. And there's a special place where there had been a construction site 3 years ago. And there they switched down to 70 kilometers per hour. And so it's roughly 50 miles per hour. And that is still active. So you're going at 150 and then whop. So not usable. The system recognizes the speed. You can see it, 70, real, coming nearer, but it won't react on that. It said it's a patent question. If they're switching over to full self-driving, they have to pay for the patent, I think, and then we'll have it. But in the moment, no. Lane keeping on the road, not on the Autobahn. On the road, it's an E, a complete fail at Mercedes, won't work. The road has to be very broad and the curves can't be very sharp. Tesla is on a B, not that bad. It's important for me, it's a 4. And on the Autobahn, Mercedes is a B. Lane keeping, quite good. Tesla is a complete A, acts perfect. It's a 5, it's important for me. Smartphone app, Mercedes is a C. They added a lot of crap you don't need at all. You have to key in very often. It reacts very slowly. Then very often it forgets your credentials and you have to key it in and then get a code over email and you key in those 6-figure key. What did they do? There is a air conditioning from the distance. Well, it works. There's a controlling of the charge. There's a closing of the car from the distance. It works, so it's a C, but it's not really good. Tesla just is a little bit better, but they're still very lazy in reaction by the car. It's a B. It's very important for me. 5. Then the comfort systems, the trunk, Mercedes clear A, you put your foot below the trunk, and then the hood opens and there is a cover which goes up as well, and it's a roller, a feathered roller, you can take it out very easily, and Tesla, it's a mess as always from the start on. So the trunk is a D at Tesla. It's big, yes. Space, I had it before, but comfort, no comfort. It's not that important for me because I do not have that many luggage placed in the trunk. It's a 3. Keyless entry, very important. You can't have a keyless entry with a Mercedes with your smartphone. Probably will work, but I did not find a description, and it didn't work with me, with my phone, and the one with my wife neither. She has an Apple, I have an Android. So, yeah, keyless entry at Tesla, it's a clear A. Wonderful. It's important for me, it's a 4. And now we are coming to the EV properties, and the battery size at Mercedes is a clear A. At Tesla, only a B, so there's a 16% difference in it. And with the new 2022 model, the battery did not increase. I thought they would. There had been a Plate Plus, so I thought there will be a long range plus with 800 kilometers, so 20% more than today, but no, they won't. It's a 5. Charging speed, very important, an A for the EQS and a B for Tesla, because the new configuration starts at 250 and keeps it quite a while, but the slowdown at higher state of charge is quite drastically at Tesla, so it's just a B. The 100D I had before would have got a C, even close to a D, because they were so slow at more than 50% state of charge. Very important for me, it's a 5. Charging stations, it's just a C at Mercedes. Their own charging stations quite often do not work. So the Ionity chargers here in Europe, I went to a charger Sunday morning, 6 a.m. So everything was empty on the Autobahn where I did my speed test, my Autobahn high-speed test. And then I tried to charge, and from the 6 chargers of Ionity, 2 weren't connected to the net, probably not enough power. And from the 4, 2 weren't functioning. And one of those was occupied by an employee of Mercedes with an AQA. So just one for me left. It's enough. But Sunday morning, 6 a.m. You can't believe in that. So A for Tesla, C for Mercedes, and the Tesla charging stations are open now for different cars. And I tried to, because in the vicinity we have a Tesla charger. I tried the EQS, it works wonderful. So to find a charging station in the navigation system, it's an E, a complete fail for Mercedes, as I said before. And for Tesla, it's a B. Why not an A? Well, because different chargers, not from Tesla, you aren't able to find very good. And the prices for Tesla went up quite drastically. So there are cheaper chargers on the road today, and you find them very well. You have to use an app for that. Well, this is very important for me. It's a 5. Then the convenience for charging, well, Mercedes has a D. Why? Because they have a mechanical latch. And then you have to take a plug out for the fast charging, all manual. And my wife complained, well, she forgot it in the company to close the latch, and it was she felt so uncomfortable driving through our small village with this open latch. At Tesla, you pull the plug and a few seconds later, it's closed. Well, it's not that easy, because I once charged the car in snowfall, and the connector was warm, so there was water on it. Then it stopped charging, and then the latch froze in. Convenience, but it's an A. It was very, very rare. It's just a 3. It's not a real problem. It's a convenience problem. Charge at home, Mercedes a B, Tesla an A. Why? Because you can't switch the charging current, the amps. You can't switch the amps. Mercedes takes what it gets. So I have to reduce the charging speed at my, mobile wall box. And there I just can switch from 8, 10, 13, 16, something So what the Type 2 charger is able to be coded with these resistors. You can't have the amps individually fixed. This is important if you come with your car to a friend and they have a, well, not that or an older installation, and you see, oh, voltage is quite low, 210, 212 volts, and you can't go over 7 amps, then you can individually figure that out and adjust it with Tesla, not with Mercedes. Yeah, temperature stability, both a clear A. You're able to give them full power several times, acceleration, top speed, and they will keep their power. So both companies learned how to avoid those temperature conflicts, those climate gates in the car. Yeah, then consumption, Mercedes an A, Tesla a B, because my car was close to 15% or 15 to 20% higher consumption with the 100D. With a better drag coefficient, it will go down with the Tesla, but I think it's a little bit less or worse than with the Mercedes. That's not important for me because both are very good. So it's a 3. Then with the next table, I show you again everything I had before, but I show the weights of 4 in yellow and the weights of 5 in red. There you can see which is really important. And after each table, I show you the average, which I calculated out of the A equals 1, B equals 2, and so on. And for the car, outside, inside, comfort, chassis, motor, light, and space, Mercedes gets 1.7. That's an A minus. They know what they do. It's a very, very good car. And the Model S from Tesla reaches only 2.1. It's a B. It's a good car. It's expensive enough to be a good car, but it's not really excellent because they still have to learn how to do things. And the raw design of the car isn't really made for luxury. So this is a B. Then the displays, Mercedes has 2.4. It's an A to B. And Tesla has a 2, very good, or a good rating, because the outside cameras, you aren't able to find the other charging stations. This gives in the display a little bit of, or the multimedia screen to say directly, just a B and not an A. The assistance systems, there Mercedes is still not good. It's a 3.4, means a C to D. They are not up to what you are expecting from an excellent car. Tesla is at a 2.4, that's a B to C. They are far away from full self-driving. So the sign detection at Tesla is completely missing. So this decreases the Tesla. Smartphone app, well, there's still a lot to do with those apps. The comfort systems, Mercedes better with a 2, it's a B, and Tesla with a 2.5, it's B to C. And EV properties, there Mercedes just has a 2.4, means B to C, and Tesla has a 1.5, A to B. They are far better with the EV properties than Mercedes. If you're building the averages above all what I've told you so far, then both have a B. The Mercedes a 2.1 and the Tesla a 2.0. That's equal. This is noise, statistical noise. So both are good cars. And you could expect that because having a really excellent car means they have to work on every issue I told about. Mercedes is better in all mechanical parts and Tesla is better in all electronic parts, computer parts, software. Who have thought something different? One is a classical old company and the other is a young, relatively young startup, computer-focused. So this is a no-brainer. It had to be that way. And we all know that Mercedes is one of the best cars available on the market. Tesla can't start building cars and have the best after 10 short years where they build the Model S. No chance for that. The Mercedes S-Class is on the market since 1972, where they call the internal number 116 officially as the first S-Class, and in German that means Sonderklasse, means special class or better premium class. The electric S-Class, the EQS, was only introduced in April 2021, just a little bit more than a year. And the mechanics have to be excellent, but the electric and electronic components are quite new. So there are still some issues with them. Mercedes once owned 4.7% of the Tesla shares. That was the time when the B250e reached the market, and that car has a Tesla motor and a Tesla battery pack. And then after developing that car, they sold their shares for 600 million, and today it would be more than 30 billion. What a shame. So you can see that those Mercedes managers did not have this white side. No, not at all. The instrument cluster of Mercedes reaches top class, but the multimedia screen is unclean in terms of arranging data and functions. You can, I would avoid saying messy, but it's close to. You never find what you're looking for. It's not logically arranged. That might not be a problem for long-term Mercedes owners, but it's a problem for somebody switching over to Mercedes. And Mercedes, I think with the EQS, they want to attract the Tesla drivers. I think so. I had some Audi learners in vacations lately, and those cars, there you can say, they are messy. You never find something, and it's clumsy to function. Oh, no. Why has Mercedes a lot of things to figure out? They have a long history, and most of the systems appear, I don't know, to be programmed by third parties. And they do not have the air supremacy above the software running in their computers. Not really. It will be very interesting which company will be able to become better, faster. Mercedes with their electronic and computers, or Tesla with the mechanics. I do not see that Mercedes is able to get into full self-driving in the upcoming future. The Drive Pilot is just limited to traffic jams in the speed, and I don't think it has the potential for a full self-driving capability, but Tesla has and will do. So I see the future for Mercedes. They weren't able to figure out their multimedia, so they, as many other car companies, did not. And so they adapted to Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And I think Mercedes will adapt to either Google Waymo or Apple Titan when the software will come out for full autonomous driving. I don't think that the car will be able to do so. Tesla will succeed for itself, but I think they will not be able to build a real luxury car. Their mind is more on sportiveness and more on modernity than on luxury. So both cars are a real buy, and you won't be dissatisfied with either of them. They are good cars, and I think they are worth the money you pay for them. Thank you for watching. There's more to come. Stay tuned.